Hello there, YouTube. Well, YouTube crashed for, I don't know, half an hour earlier. It was giving me problems earlier. And, yeah, YouTube must have got hacked or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. Anyway, this is a short 10 to 15 minute video. I don't really want to make too long of a video. I mean, I might make a video on my other page because my regular page, people want to see me, I guess. On this page, it's not so. Although I did get 2 new subs on here today, so it's good. So, you know, it's all good. Future. Welcome, future. Well, I know. Well, some people don't like them and some people do. You can't please everybody. But I was watching a stream, and then that's when YouTube went kaput. So anyway, I told Who Dat Discussion I would only do a 10 to 15 minute video unless we got a lot of people in here. Then, you know, there he is. All right, on cue. Sorry it took a little bit longer. I had to get me some water and stuff. But after about an hour of YouTube being down, I wanted to do this earlier, but, you know, I don't know if somebody hacked it or what. It's just, you know, I don't know what it was. But, yeah, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. It's not really a big surprise. Aaron Rodgers has 19 game-winning career drives. Drew Brees has 43. Who the hell are you going to pick? I ain't picking Aaron Rodgers. Fuck no. Anybody could have came back on the 49ers. I could have had a flag football team and beat the 49ers. I mean, shit. Of course they do. They like anybody that's not named Brees. That's how it is. But, I mean, let's see. They had a little bit of Saints news today. Of course, they re-signed Jay Bromley yesterday, defensive tackle, and they waived cornerback Dimitri Goodson. And then they signed defensive back Chris Campbell and wide receiver Shane Wynn, not to be confused with the quarterback. They signed both of those to the practice squad and cut defensive back Darius Hillary and wide receiver Tanner McAvoy, which, you know, whatever it is what it is. So that's all I saw. I don't know. You may. I lost another fantasy game, so, you know, for some reason, the Redskins, which I never really I never decided to look up today. I was looking it up last night. For some reason, I guess Alfred Morris was hurt, or it was a healthy scratch, or whatever the hell it was, but he didn't play, and Kittle only got me 3 points, so I lost by 25 points. I'm 3-3 now. So, I did my ESPN fantasy draft, too, for basketball last night. So, and unfortunately, I started off in the number 9 spot out of 10 teams. So I got Drew Holiday, but couldn't get the players I wanted. Of course, LeBron James went number 1, Anthony Davis went number 2, and I'm like, shit. I got a bunch of young players, so I don't know. Yeah, and fuck Aaron Rodgers. I could care less about him. But yeah, I saw I got 2 new Saints subscribers on here, so I'm up to 106. But the coin community, I tell you what, I went on a live stream and I didn't even comment, and I had 2 subs, 2 people follow me. So I guess word is they watching my vids. I don't know. So I'm hoping that blows up, which that is. But, you know, close to 19,000 fans on my Facebook page. I just can't get them to come here, and I don't know why. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, Baltimore opened as a 2.5 point favorite at home, and I gotta laugh at that one. Baltimore's got a hell of a defense, but they haven't done. Somebody's got them. Somebody's got them. I tried. For my basketball league, I drafted. I probably picked a lot of players I probably shouldn't have, but I really after the 3rd or 4th round, you run out of decent players pretty much in basketball. I mean, it's like a 20-round draft. I mean, all the top guys are gone in like round 4. Karl Anthony Towns I drafted. Dwight Howard, don't ask me why. And there's a few others. But, yeah, Baltimore's got a good defense. But I have them as my backup defense. And if I would have started them, I would have got 19 points. The Bears got me -1. And I had Trubisky, but I let him go. He got 20 more points than Dalton did. So I probably would have won my fantasy if I would have started the Ravens because they blew out the Titans and shut them out. I think it was 21 or 28-0 or whatever. Redskins beat the Panthers, so I'm pretty confident. I'm gonna say we win like 37-21 or something like that against the Ravens. Although the Ravens have held every opponent this year to under 14 points, I believe they said, and they all might back up, defense things. So. Hey, you should watch the video when I was a guest on his podcast, and the video got like 19 million views, and then YouTube said, sorry. I don't know. I was given my awesomeness or whatever. I don't know. Well, we got the running. Saints are number 1 against the run. They only given up 74 yards against the run. So it's nothing about that. They're doing good. I'm concerned, of course, about Williams and Crawley. Yeah, Williams has been playing better lately. Crawley sort of has been too, but they can always regress. I mean, they were playing good last year, and in the first week or two, I still don't know how we lost to Tampa, but I'm thinking it was jitters or something. I tell you what, though, there's a Saints YouTuber that started last week. I forget his name. He already has like 600 and something subs, and he started last week. I can't remember the guy's name, and I'm like, holy shit, I don't know what he did. I would give up the entire draft pick, the entire draft class. I would pull a Mike Ditka and say, you know what? Because we don't have a number 1. We don't have a number 3. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and the number 1 draft pick the next year. Boom, there you go. We should inquire for Honey Badger too. Could you imagine if we had Patrick Peterson and Honey Badger on our team? That's a Super Bowl victory right there. And the Saints were stupid. They should have went out and got Eric Reed. LSU, I don't give a shit if he kneels, if he shits on the 50-yard line. That's his business. Football is football. I don't get into politics. I don't have an opinion on what the hell he wants to do, but Eric Reed is an LSU guy. He should have signed with the Saints instead of going with the Panthers. And the Panthers only did that because they know we got to play him. We got to play him twice. I don't see the Saints getting him either. I don't. Nah. Because in order to get Patrick Peterson, his contract is $12 million. So in order to get him, you have to have him restructure, and you have to have like 4 or 5 other players restructure because we don't have the cap room. We only got like $3 million in cap, maybe. So you're gonna have players restructure. His cap hit is $12 million this year, $12.5 next year, and $13.5, I believe, the year after that. So you're gonna have some serious room. One reporter was saying, let go a lot of the veterans. And he was like, well, if Drew Brees retires, that's $20 million right there. Oh, we're going to beat Carolina 3 times this year, just like we beat them 3 times last year. Because the Falcons ain't making the playoffs. The Bucs ain't making it. Carolina will probably make the playoffs. I mean, they're 5th or 6th right now if it's the playoffs. And we are probably going to have to play them. This hat, I bought it. I think when I was working at Academy, I bought it. I didn't buy the shirt. This one's the NFC Championship shirt. I didn't want to spend $30 on a shirt. I only paid like $12 for this hat with my discount. And I never washed my hat. I don't wash hats because of I put a hat in the washer one time and it chewed up the inside. So you see all the stains. I gotta wipe it down because I was wearing this hat out somewhere. My mom was like, She's like, why is your hat all brown? I said, sweat. Like in the inside. You see the inside of my hat? That's all sweat. But I can get that plastic. There's a plastic thing you put around hats that you can wash them. So, but it's a good luck charm. So Carolina's not that. Carolina's not that different. It's as long as you got Scam Newton, they're the same old shitty ass team. I mean, they lost to the Redskins. We beat the shit out of the Redskins. They lost to them. They were getting their ass handed to them. I don't remember what the final score was, but they were down by 2 touchdowns all the way in Lake Can. I washed my Yankees hat one time and it chewed it up. But like I said, there's a plastic thing you can put to make it, because if you throw a hat in there, if you throw a hat in a washer and it tumbles, especially with my old washer, it's going to chew. My hair is messy, but it's going to chew this part up, because it did that. It chewed all of this lining up on my Yankees hat, and that's what Ain't Lana sucks balls. That's what we talking about. But I know the Saints ain't gonna go after Patrick Peterson. There's no way. So, but if I was a GM, I'd trade every draft pick. I'd trade it. One guy said trade Ken Crawley and a 2nd round draft pick. I'd be like, you know what? I will trade. This is what I'd give him: 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I'll give him a 1st round in 2019. I'll give him Ken Crawley and PJ Williams for Patrick Peterson, Honey Badger, and a number 2 or a number 3 pick, because they're not going to give you a number 1. You got to get some picks in return here, Or they can give us a 3rd, or they can give us some shitty player like, their quarterback Josh Rosen. I don't know. He's a rookie. I don't. Other than those 3, I don't know who the hell's on the Cardinals roster. I'm sure there's somebody I know that's on that roster. They can throw a 3rd player in. I'm telling you right now, if the Saints had all former LSU players, we'd be in the Super Bowl every year. Why the Saints do not draft LSU players, I don't know. Yeah, somebody brought that up. Someone said, why would you go after Peterson? John Gruden doesn't like to play rookies. He has all his veterans starting, and they said about him, he's sitting on the bench rotting away. They said, why don't you, if Mickey Loomis was to give a 4th or 5th round draft pick, I think the Raiders would give him away. So, talent is talent. I don't care if it messes anything up. If you add talent, you're just going to be that better. It may mess your chemistry up, but you know what? I'm still not sold on this Saints defense. They have a few good weeks. They regress. They have a few good weeks. I mean, we need to see what they do off the bye week. What we do after the bye week determines this, because we have Baltimore, we have Minnesota. I think after that we play Cincinnati maybe. There's a whole bunch of road games coming up. There's like 2 or 3 road games. And then we got the Rams. I ain't worried about the Rams. We beat them in preseason 28-0. Now, I know preseason isn't regular season. We beat them in the Dome. I'm not worried about the Rams. The Rams will lose a game before they come to us. And if they don't and they're undefeated, we will make them lose. Remember when the Falcons were 5-0 or 4-0 that year, and we put an L on them, and they went from like 4-1 to 8-8 and missed the playoffs, and that was hilarious. Well, if they lose a game before they meet us, they're going to be pissed and they're going to take it out on us. So I mean, I don't know, but we played the Rams in the preseason, so we kind of know what's going on, and I'm sure the coaches know. Jared Goff had a shitty game though, but the Rams still won. I mean, they got Todd Gurley. That offense runs around Todd Gurley. If you stop Todd Gurley, you're going to stop the Rams. I mean, yeah, they have Brandon Cooks and all, but they're not really paying attention to Cooks too much, and they're throwing a lot to Coop, how do you say his name? But Jared Goff being a rookie or I think he's a rookie, maybe a second-year player, whatever, That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about the Rams because we got the number 1 ranked defense, 74 points a game, 74 yards a game. So really, Goff's been in 3rd year? Huh. I guess he hadn't played too much then. I don't know. My opponent had Goff, and he only got like 7.5 in fantasy. He only threw for 185 yards. But, I mean, they're 6-0. A win's a win. They're the only undefeated team in the league right now. But 6-0 don't mean shit. Kansas City years ago was 6-0. No, the Vikings were 6-0 years ago and finished 9-7 and missed the playoffs. So 6-0 doesn't mean shit unless you make it mean something. You know? They're bound to lose. I mean, but if they don't, we've already played the Rams. Granted, it was preseason, but we know about the Rams. So it's not like we're going in here blind. I guarantee you, they know us and we know them. NFL's a copycat league. Even Sean Payton admitted it, and other coaches admitted it. You look at the video, you like a play of theirs, you steal it. If it worked against that one, you use it against them again. Hope they don't know it, It's a copycat league. But, I mean, we got like the top. I think the offense is ranked 3rd or 4th. We're number 1 in scoring, 36 points a game. But we have a lot of road games coming up, though. Towards the end of the year, we have 3 road games in a row. Because at Baltimore, at Minnesota, and after that, if we play the Rams, that's at home. But I know at some point we play Cincinnati. Exactly. 15-1 don't mean shit if you don't win a Super Bowl title. Go ask Tom Brady, 16-0, 18-0. What happened? They lost in the big game. So, all right, who that discussion? I was only going to make a 15-minute video, but hey, we got people on here, so I guess I'm going to keep going for a while. I just hope YouTube doesn't fuck up. So, I'll check you later, who that discussion. And his podcast show comes out tomorrow. I don't know what time, but you go check it out and all that good jazz. On here, of course, and he's got other formats and whatever. But yeah, I still think we when I looked at the schedule before, it was 12-4. I thought we were going to go 11-5, and I still see that happening. We're not going to go 15-1. I'd like us to go 15-1. I don't see that happening. Somewhere along the line, if we do lose to the Rams, that might be a loss, but I don't think we will. The Vikings game doesn't really worry me. We play Carolina 2 out of the last 3 weeks or 3 out of the last 4 weeks of the season. Like we play them and they've sandwiched in between another opponent. And then depending on what the Bucks do, because the Bucks played Spola last year and beat us, even though we had a playoff spot clinched. So you never know what's going to happen. I'd rather we take our bye week in like week 10 or something. But, I mean, I know we needed to take a bye week to rest up the players. A lot of them was still in the concussion protocol because the Saints haven't practiced. They had the whole week off. I think they start practicing again. Well, they haven't practiced yet. Sean Payton a couple of years ago was talking to Andy Reid about what he does. Andy Reid lets his players have the whole bye week off, and then they come back like Tuesday or they come back Wednesday and they start practicing. And he's 16-3 by doing that. So Sean Payton is something like 8-2. Because Tuesday, which is today, an NFL players' day off. So NFL rules say that the player has to stay in protocol until they practice to determine if he's off. So I think that the Saints will probably start practicing tomorrow. And Sean Payton said he's doing better. So I expect him to start, or I expect him to play. We'll know more about it tomorrow. But he's had a whole week to recover. Granted, this was his second concussion he's had in 2 years with the Saints. I know something about concussions. I haven't had one diagnosed, but I guarantee you I've had at least 2, probably more than 5. I don't know. When you play tackle football on cement, you know, things happen. So I used to get the wind knocked out of me like on a regular basis. I'm like, shit, so I know about that. But what you don't know as a kid, we play on grass, but a lot of times we'll play on cement. They used to have a field where we played at as a kid, and it was in our neighborhood, a big, big field. And one day, somebody bought the field, and they put 2 or 3 houses there. In the process, they were putting down the cement, so we played on that. And even when the houses were built, we played on the sidewalk. And I hit my head one time really, really hard on the sidewalk, and it was bleeding, but I didn't go to the hospital or nothing. We were just like, screw it, just put a Band-Aid on it. But I know I blacked out at least twice playing football, so that's probably a concussion. Never been diagnosed for it, but wouldn't surprise me one day if I get that CTE crap. But I don't do it nearly as much as them, you know. But I like that, and I kind of don't like that because the Saints, Breeze will beat every team, which means he beat the Saints, and I don't like that part. But Baltimore is his albatross. This is probably his last shot at beating Baltimore because we're probably not going to play him again while Breeze is quarterback. So this is the last time probably that he gets a chance to beat him. Unless somehow we get the Ravens on the schedule next year. But I'm thinking this is the last time because usually you play that division every 4 years. So, okay, future. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this casting. You know, YouTube may go down again, and all hell may break loose. I may go on my regular account and talk on there for a while because all the coin people I was talking to, they want me to stream, and, you know, so I may go on there for a while. But I just wanted to read like a few of the notes and stuff like that, and you know, all that jazz. Handy water. That way, can do whatever. Let's see. So, yeah, but I think we're gonna beat them. I'm pretty confident. You know, a trap game is gonna be that Carolina game probably, but we beat them 3 times last year, so I'm not really too concerned with them. You know, the Bungles. We play the Bungles sometime this year. Andy Dalton's a hell of a quarterback. I had him on my fantasy roster, but he only got me 17. So you never know what the future's going to hold for you, obviously. But, you know. I thought I was going to get a lot of people on this stream. One day I'm going to have a lot of people on the stream like everybody else. I've been saying that for the longest time. We don't need Ted. What the hell we need Ted Ginn for? Ted Ginn is good for one thing: kick return and punt return. If he's not doing kick return and he's not doing punt return, why the hell is he on the team? You throw him a deep pass, 9 out of 10 times he drops it. How many times has he dropped a pass this year? I mean, yeah, he caught a few, but how many times has he dropped a pass this year? Wide open. Whoops, right? It hits him right between the 8 and the 4, or whatever his jersey number is. And he drops it. So, I just don't get his role. He's basically a kick return, a punt return, but he's not doing either. And he didn't play last week. He's probably going to play against Baltimore. You know, but yeah, I would part the Red Sea. I would trade every son of a bitch player on the Saints roster except for like maybe 5 of them right now. If I can get my hands on Patrick Peterson and the Honey Badger, I would mortgage the future for now. It's now. This is win for Breeze now. I'd be like, okay, who do you want? Name a player. Because there's like, well, probably more like 15 or 20 players I wouldn't trade, but there's half the roster I would trade. You know, obviously Williams, PJ Williams, I trade him in second. Crawley can be gone. Ginn, you know, a few of the other ones I said after preseason, they finally got rid of those. So we don't have those. Kakaha, we don't have him anymore. He was a wasted draft pick. I don't even know who the hell he went to. Yeah, I guess so. I'm still pissed that he threw that game with that record to Quan instead of Michael Thomas, because those 2 touchdowns went to Quan, and I lost that fantasy game because of that. You know, I'm glad we won the game, but you know, I'm 3-3 in my fantasy now. That's just not that isn't acceptable in my league, because I'm 3rd in my division and 6th overall. I went from 2nd, 3rd to 6th in a 10-team league, and only 4 teams make the playoffs. But I mean, I'm used to kind of sliding in. I was 7-6, I won a championship. I was 6-7, I won a championship. You know, I can do it. But this year, the league I'm in, there's 2 5-1 teams and there's 2 4-2 teams. So, and there's only 5 teams that are actually paying attention. The other 5 teams are on hiatus, auto draft, auto season, whatever. One of them cut all his players. He don't even have any players on his roster. So eventually I'm going to play this guy, and that's going to give me a W. Hopefully it's the last week of the season when I need a W. But I'm 3-3. There's 7 more games left before they start the playoffs, because it only goes to week 13, and then after week 13 it counts as playoffs. And then the actual NFL playoffs ends the regular season for fantasy, and then it's a championship. At least that's how it is in ESPN. I don't play Yahoo or any of these other crappy So let's see. Must be locked. But yeah, pretty much. Yep. Let me get I got to get my wire for my computer here. It's almost running low. There we go. Juice it up. It's got some juice in it, but you know. But yeah, you know, and the game comes on at 3:05, not 3:25 this week. So it's 3:05. But when they say 3:05, it's probably more like 3:15, because they never start these games on time ever. They can if they want to, but they never do. So, okay. 1, 2. Well, there's a third person on here. I'm trying to figure out who the third person is. But I may in a few minutes go to my other account and just do a video on that one, you know, because I was going to make this kind of short and sweet, but I don't mind talking for a while, but I'm trying to figure out the problem as far as like long videos, short videos, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I do know one thing. The Saints beat the bye week. See, the Falcons always lose to the bye week, but the Saints always win. That's an automatic W, except for the Falcons and the Panthers, and I think the Bucs usually tie on a bye week. You know, but you know, the Panthers already had their bye week, and I don't think the Falcons have theirs next week. Falcons play Monday Night Football this week, and then I think after that they have their bye week, sort of like what the Saints did. Don't remember who the Falcons play on Monday night, but you know. There you go. I used to work overnights about 3 or 4 years ago, and I did it for a while. I did it for about 3 years. And I tell you what, coming home at 7 o'clock in the morning, especially on a Sunday morning, and you want to listen to the pregame, but it comes on at 8 in the morning. I said, hell with the pregame. Wake me up at 11:55 a.m. So I get about 4 good hours, almost 5 good hours of sleep, listen to the game. Game would come on, end around 3 p.m. And I'd be like, all right, I'm going to take a nap. and I'd take a nap and then wake up around 7:45, and I'd have to go back to work at 9 that night. So yeah, that's what I did when I was at CVS a lot. So I did that for a couple of years. It was a 24-hour store, so yeah. Oh, shit. I hope the Giants beat the Falcons. I really freaking hope they do. I really hope they do. I don't know. All right. So Donald, do you follow me on my regular account? Field Guy 316. I know Future Seal does. And whoever the third person is, follow me on that if you want. You don't have to, but because I'm probably going to go on that. I'm going to go on that account in a bit, and I'm going to do my random talk about whatever, and see if the coin people are still on there. Whoops. Drop the cat. Yeah, the coin people, the coin community, have been subbing me left and right on that account, and I've subbed most of them back. Of course, they have giveaways where they give away coins. So if you're gonna give away free money, yeah, I'm gonna sign up. Of course, it may be old money, but yeah, I'm gonna sign up for it. So, I mean, I went from like 110 to like 130 almost. So, it's over for the Falcons now. I think. I mean, especially if they would have went 1-5. But odds of making the playoffs at 1-3 were only 5%. Odds at making the playoffs at 2-4 are a little higher. I don't know what they are. Odds at making the playoffs at 2-5, yeah, that's a steep hill to climb. Especially when you got to play the Saints again. I don't think they played Carolina either. I could be wrong. Maybe they did once. I don't really know who they play, but I know they play the same division title, People's Win. I know they have to play Baltimore and the rest of those morons too. So, they already played the Bungles. Oh yeah, no doubt. The power rankings come out and they say the Saints are 4th in the NFC, and I go, what? 4th? Name me 3 better teams. And, well, of course, they're going to say the Rams. They say Philly, but Philly's doing shitty this year. They're going to say Philly because Philly's the champs. And these fuckers actually think Carolina's better than us. And I'm just shaking my head. How do you put a team higher than us? Granted, we didn't play them this year, but how do you put a team higher than us that we kicked their ass year after year after year after year? We swept them through, not twice, 3 times last year, bounced them out. I don't know what free agents they got. They didn't really pick up too much of shit, but I mean, as long as you got Scam Newton running that team, they ain't going nowhere. They may have another Super Bowl run in them, but they're not going to win it. I mean, I would give odds on the Panthers winning the Super Bowl before the Falcons do. So nobody wants to respect the Saints. Ever since Bountygate, even before Bountygate, really, I mean, they've had a bias against the Saints since the Saints came in the league. You know how the Saints got an NFL team? I don't know if you know the story. How the Saints got an NFL team? The Saints started playing in 1967. Okay, they got their expansion team in 1966, but they didn't start playing in '67. Okay, this is how the Saints got their football team. Okay. There was some kind of antitrust lawsuit, I believe it was, against the NFL and Pete Rozelle, and it was something about something. I don't know all the details. And Hale Boggs, the senator from Louisiana, it was a panel, and they were voting on something, the antitrust law, something like that. And he just happened to be on the panel in Washington. And he made a backdoor deal with them because they asked him, what would it take to get your vote? And he said, I want a football team. And Pete Rozelle said, no problem. So Hale Boggs voted against it, dismissed the lawsuit, antitrust lawsuit. Boom. 2 weeks later, Pete Rozelle gives New Orleans a franchise. So you can, in some twisted way, you can thank backdoor shady politics. You can thank Hale Boggs. But if it wasn't for that, if the NFL didn't need us, if Pete Rozelle didn't need him, we wouldn't have an NFL franchise today. Because there's no way they would have put an NFL franchise in New Orleans. Now, they might have put one in Mississippi, but, that's why they don't have one now. But, but the NFL has been shitting on us since day one. The media, no one gives us respect. We can win the next 15 Super Bowls in a row, and they'll still fucking talk about Bountygate. They'll still talk about, well, Tom Brady went 16-0. They'll still talk about, well, Tom Brady's got 5 rings. He's the greatest quarterback ever. Blah, 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 blah. Tom Brady's got 200 career regular season wins. They kiss his ass. Well, Tom Brady's married to a supermodel. Who the fuck cares? Tom Brady's kids are way better than Brady's. Like, what the fuck, They just magically like the media likes to stir up shit. So, they got Reed too. Carolina did, but I just wish, whatever. Rams can't. No, the Rams defense isn't exactly decent. It's good enough. The Rams' strengths are Todd Gurley. They have Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp. They have a decent offensive line from time to time. But, I don't know what they're ranked defensively, but they're not bad, but they're not terrible because in my fantasy football league, they've been on the bench the entire season. No one's touched them. They've been on the waiver wire. At some point, someone's going to pick them up because if you go 6-0, they're going to figure, But they haven't got that many points. They really haven't. They haven't gotten too many points. It's just Todd Gurley is carrying them. And they get just enough play. Oh, somebody actually did pick up the Rams defense. But 90 okay. The first 3 weeks the Rams got fantasy points, 15, 11 and 13. Okay, that's pretty good. They gave up 13, 0 and 23. In the last 3 weeks the Rams gave up 31, 31 and 20. So the Rams had 2 points, 0 points and 3 points in the last 3 weeks. So the first 3 weeks they played good. The last 3 weeks they sucked. So, and the Rams are playing the 49ers this week. So, of course, they're going to beat the 49ers because 49ers chunk ass. And the 49ers are 25th in interception and 18 in sack rate. So they're not going to blitz Goff. They're not going to get to him. The Rams have a decent offensive line. So, then after they play San Francisco, they play Green Bay at home in L.A. Aaron Rodgers might beat the Rams. Might. But let me tell you, if Aaron Rodgers does beat the Rams, that's just more fuel to the fire. Oh, you want to hear something about that story, the offensive line? Pro Football Focus said the Saints have the fourth best offensive line. Every week they're ranking us fourth. Who are they ranking first? They put the Panthers ahead of us. And they didn't, I don't remember the other 3 teams, but they ranked us fourth. And Drew Brees has gotten sacked maybe 4 times this year. Maybe 6 if you count the 2 that they didn't count against the Redskins. Brees don't get sacked. You got Teron Armstead, the best offensive tackle. You got Max Unger, the best center, the best guard. That's why we don't start Will Clapp. That's why Will Clapp will never play this year probably because we got Unger in that spot. The only way Clapp's going to play is if somebody gets injured, God forbid, and I hope that doesn't happen. Joshua Rebus is playing pretty good. We actually put him at defensive tackle against the Redskins, and he got a tackle. He got a sack. So, we even got the LSU kicker recovering freaking fumbles. The backup LSU kicker recovering fumbles. So, it's a weird time in this state. Who knew we were going to beat Florida? Georgia. Anything's possible. Saints beat the Rams. If they play like they play, they're not losing again this year. Super Bowl or bust. And for all those people that keep saying, I think Drew Brees is going to retire. No, he's under contract for one more year. Drew Brees is a very competitive person. I've seen him in person. He's very competitive. He's a very competitive person. I don't think he's going to walk away. I think he's going to try to pull a John Elway and go for a twofer. But if we don't win the Super Bowl, he's definitely coming back. Rain or high water. He's not going to pull a Jim Henderson and walk off into the sunset. Well, the Packers the Packers are in a shitty division. Who do they play? The Lions. The Lions suck. The Bears. I mean, the Bears are good this year because they got Trubisky and they got Khalil Mack in the trade. But the Bears usually have sucked ass with Jay Cutler. So that's 4 wins right there. And then the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings have been pretty good the last few weeks. So let's say you win a game this. That's like 5 wins automatically in your division. Now, the best teams are supposed to play the best teams, not the worst teams. Yeah, he may be pretty soon. He got that 1 interception in either the preseason game or the first regular season game, that jump pass in the end zone or right outside the end zone. I haven't seen his name done anything. I don't know what he's MIA. I would trade his ass if he don't make any plays. But one thing that still got me is they are not starting Craig Robertson. They continue to start A.J. Klein. Now, A.J. Klein the last 3 games has been playing pretty damn impressive. Props to him. But we need to put him in there. Also, we need to find a way to put Trey Henderson in there. You know, we can't have him on the bench the entire year and then cut him. Every time we cut a player, he goes to the Colts. Shit, we lost Joel Erickson in the middle of a football season. Packs up to leave a 4-1 Saints team to go to a 1-5 Colts team. You know, they never learn. In the middle of a season, he's going to switch teams like that. So that just tells you right there, it's business. NFL's a business. So I unfollowed his ass. Not that he followed me. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He never responded to me at all. So, you know, whatever. I didn't block him because he's with the Colts, but I unfollowed him because I don't need his shit on my timeline anymore. We play the Colts next year. So we'll see Joe Erickson again. You know. And we need to beat the Bengals. We need to shut Catherine Terrell up. I know she's an LSU. She's the LSU fan, but I'm still pissed at her when she made the comment, who dat, who they, same thing, right? That was her comment, going from the Saints to the Bengals. Who dat and who they is not the same thing. They stole who they. They stole it and they changed the words. So, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think we do. Yeah, stop playing that wussy ass prevent and you know, do something. Because we can't regress. We got to get better. Hopefully, the bye week, everybody's rested up. Everybody went their separate ways. A lot of the Saints players went out of state. Ramczyk went back to Wisconsin, he said. You know, y'all see this bullshit about Ocho Cinco begging Michael Thomas for tickets? Michael Thomas is like, shh, don't say anything. I got your tickets. We're going to have Ocho Cinco in the goddamn building for the probably the Ravens game, but that's going to be in Baltimore. And the Ravens are in the Bengals division. They're going to boo the piss out of him if that's the case. But we don't want freaking Ocho Cinco in the Superdome. No way. That dude's like the walking plague. He's like a TO.2. The walking plague of death. That fucker. Lions. What the hell? Lions. No, I don't. No, it's the Saints page. We don't play the. Wait, do we play the Lions this year? Yeah, I think we do play the Lions. I don't know. Saints like to play prevent a lot. I don't know what it is. Personally, I want to see the. No, don't ban him. I told you, you only ban people if they're Panthers fans, Bucks fans, or that other fucking team's fans, or if they piss me off. Lions are neutral, so I don't give a shit. I already talked to a Redskins fan on it. In fact, where is that Redskins fan that I was talking to about 3 weeks ago who was telling me that the Redskins were going to beat the piss out of the Saints? Where is he at? I haven't seen him since. You know, he was pretty cool. I was talking to him everything. But you know, where is he at? Because I'd be like, what was that 43-19 score again? You know, I don't really think you can ban people. I think you just time them out. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I know we played the Vikings this year, so yeah, I don't think we played the Lions this year. But we beat the Lions last year. I don't think self-proclaimed Who Dat Chat. He's naming it that, not me. Although I did name one video that chat. You know, of course, on my regular account, it's chatting to the people. I think I'm at 50 or 51 now. I made a video every day in a row for 7 days in a row on that account, I think. So that's got to be a kind of a record. So, let's see. And I check my ESPN streak. And I got a victory, which is pretty freaking cool. Wait a minute. Now I want to pick that one. Real Madrid never seems to lose in a fantasy pick. I think, though, I've talked for 48 minutes. Like, last night, when I was doing my video on my regular page, it was messing up. It wasn't on this one. I don't remember. It was messing up badly. And, of course, YouTube went down for about an hour, and everybody was, like, panicking. So, Lions are, like, what, 1-4 this year? 2-4? I don't. Well, a lot of them are saying Stafford is the heir apparent in this generation to beat Breeze's records, and I don't see that happen. Stafford is a good quarterback. He's not on that elite 1 tier. He's probably elite 2. Stafford, I classify Stafford with like an Andy Dalton. 2 and 3, okay. Well, they're still in the playoff race. I mean, Stafford is one of the few quarterbacks that threw for 5,000 yards, and he almost missed 5,000 2 or 3 times. Well, you beat the Patriots, but then who'd you lose to? That's the thing. You know? Stafford's only 30 years old. If he wants, he's got another 10 years in him. If he wants. But, I mean, you won't see players play that much until they're 40 anymore because they get decent amounts of money. Why would they play and risk injury? If a player wants to play till he's 40, it's because he wants to play and he wants to show the competitive guts, like our quarterback, Breeze. Like Brady's 41, he's still flinging it. Matt Bryant's 43, he's still kicking for the Falcons. Yeah, Megatron said, fuck this. I got a shitload of money. I'm not going to get hurt. He pulled the Jim Brown and said, fuck that. Lions were trying to get him out of retirement this year, and he's like, nope. I guarantee if the Lions had a decent shot at making the playoffs and they were and they were in the playoffs, I think Megatron would come out of retirement to try to get that Super Bowl win. Nah, he wouldn't. He's still in the. Megatron's still on the contract, right, for another year or so. He had signed a 6-year, 7-year contract, and he retired in like the 3rd or 4th year of that deal. And he's stupid because they were freaking paying him like $20-30 million a year. He just didn't. He didn't want to become a pussy. See, that's what I'm talking about. These players nowadays in this generation, they get their money, and they say, I'm 30. I want to retire. I'm in good health. All right, screw it. I'm set for life. I don't want to play anymore. Back in the old days, players didn't get paid as much. They had to work 2 or 3 off-season jobs to make ends meet, and the football was so much better. You didn't have this pansy bullshit as you have nowadays. You touch the quarterback, you get 15 yards, and you didn't have all that shit. You could, even up until the mid-'80s, you can beat the piss out of the quarterback. You can go after the punter. There's none of this other shit. You can punch him after the play, and the rest wouldn't do shit. Nowadays, you can't even turn around and celebrate without them. 15-yard penalty. The game against the Redskins. The NFL approved the Saints recognizing Drew Brees. Okay? So they stopped the game, and all his teammates come out on the field. And the 2 referees look at each other and go, and one of them threw a flag. The referee threw a fucking flag when the NFL is the one who stopped the game. Now, I don't remember if they got penalized for that or not, but it really didn't matter. But the NFL don't even tell their own referees that shit's going on. Referees look at each other like, whoa. Then they give Drew Brees a little piece of plastic laminated paper. Says, congratulations. He's like, what the fuck is this? Walter Payton, when he broke the all-time rushing record, got a goddamn Lamborghini. What do you give my quarterback? A fucking piece of paper. This man has done more for New Orleans than anybody in history. And you give this man a fucking piece of paper. That man should have had 15 Rolls Royces driven out on the field, or a Mercedes-Benz, because, they named that, even though I hate Mercedes-Benz, that man should have had a Mercedes-Benz, Rolls Royce. That man, Emeril Lagasse, who my friend works at Emerald's, Emeril Lagasse promised to cook Drew Brees and his family a home-cooked meal. 12 years later, Emeril has not cooked that man a home-cooked meal. They said so much shit that they would happen to Brees. Yeah, delay a game, bullshit. The NFL approved that stoppage. The referees were like, what? They knew something. They were like, what's going on? You look at their faces, they go, what's going on? And then they're going to fine Michael Thomas $10,026. They first said it was unnecessary. They're calling it unnecessary roughness. But technically it's taunting. Okay? But they didn't go after Josh Gordon. And NFL's got weird rules. It's either like 6% or 8% of your salary. So it's $10,026. He called it child support. Him and Alvin Kamara. So now it's just child support. I mean, Thomas is making, I think, like $800,000 this year. I think it is. So he can afford it. I mean, that man's going to get a paycheck. I don't see us re-signing Ingram. They're probably going to let him walk. He's in a contract year. Because in another year or two, they're going to have to pay Michael Thomas. A couple more years after that, they're going to have to pay Kamara. Brees will be gone by that time probably, so they're going to have a lot of freed up money. And for the first time in the last 4 years, all these dead contracts, we used to be number one. We're like 4th or 5th in dead contract money this year. I think it's like $16 million. One team's got like 4. We used to be 30, 40 million in dead money. So all of these dead money contracts are getting off the table. We still got Jerry's Bird's contract on the table. That dude, terrible. That dude's, for another year or two, he's on the freaking payroll. And he ain't even in damn, I don't even think he's in the league right now. He was with Carolina, but, we finally paid off Junior Gillette. I think last year was the last year we had to pay him. He was trying out with the Colts. I think it's the Colts' mission in life to get every Saints player known to man. They got Arthur Millette, Mohammed, someone else, They even stole Joel Erickson, our fucking reporter. Well, I mean, you got to look at it this way. Ingram's going to be 31 years old. That's pretty old for a running back. Plus, I think they're going to penalize him for that suspension, that 4-game suspension. Team, he's not – that's the one good thing. Because they were saying the Saints might have leaked that, but I don't think they did. But he's not going to get big bucks. I mean, I don't know what his salary is now, but he's going to get decent. But at some point, you're going to have to pay Thomas. And they would have paid Brandon Cooks, but he just became a crybaby. That's why they traded him to the Patriots, and the Patriots knew his contract year was coming, so they traded him to the Rams and got a first or second round from them, I think. So, you know, it's something. But you got to pay Thomas. In a few years, you're going to have to pay Kamara. No, I don't know. Ingram's not going to demand $10 or $12 million. He's not worth. You pay Ingram in the $5 to $7 million range. I think he'll be. I think he'll be happy. I mean, you know, I'm looking at Roto World, whatever, because everybody's contract is on detail line. Okay. Now, this is the 4th year. 4 years ago, he signed the contract. It was 4 years, $16 million. He got a $3.6 million signing bonus. He averages at 4, 6.1. I don't know what's other one, but anyway, he made $4.5 million in 2015, $7.6 million in 2016, 3.5. No, he made 3. Okay, he made 4.5 in 2015, 3.1 in 2016, 3.7 in 2017, and I don't know if he got paid during his suspension or not, but he got a 2017 roster bonus of $500,000. He got 2018 of $500,000. There's so much money you can get, but his base salary for this year is $3,058,824. He's got a signing bonus of $900,000, a roster bonus, a workout bonus. He restructured $745,000. His cap hit is $5.3 million this year, even though, and he got 2.245 of cap, dead cap. So if everything stays the way it is, Ingram's only going to get paid $3.658 million. So if he goes in the open market, he's not going to get $10 million. He might get $7 or $8 million, but he's not going to get $10 million. For a 31-year-old running back, I don't. Oh, actually, he's 28 right now. Okay, well, he'll be 29. I thought he was 30 this year, so that, you know, according to this, he's 29. Still younger than me, so, you know, I'm older than him, obviously, but once you usually hit 30, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, but running backs should get all the money they should get. So I definitely think that we should keep Ingram to keep the boom and zoom thing going, but he's gonna have to take a pay cut, and I don't see him doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and plays with the Giants or the Dolphins or one of his dad's old teams, Giants, Dolphins, and whoever else he played for. He might go to San Francisco. You know, they should do a trade and swap maybe, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm coming up on an hour, so about 11:30. Probably gonna listen to radio or something. So I'm I think I'm going to end this chat. I may go on my regular account in a bit. I might go on there for a few minutes and talk. I mean, y'all welcome to go on there. Because I want to talk to the coin guy that I won the coins from. I sent him an email. And in Hawaii, it's 5 hours early, so it's about 6:30 p.m. over there. So I want to see if he comes on my live stream. So I'm gonna go on my that account in a few minutes, I guess, and I'll talk on there for a little bit. But I've already pulled an hour on this one. So if y'all want to follow me on that one, we'll continue. Because on my regular chat, I don't care what we talk about. So I just want to try to get the video thing down, whatever it is. So, plus I want to see if any of the coin people come on so I can talk to them, see what's going on in their mind, because they've been following me left and right. So, I'm going to end this one, and in a few minutes I'm going to sign on my other account. So I'd trade him. And personally, I want us to re-sign Ingram, but knowing how Mickey Loomis thinks, he's not going to overpay for him. He's probably going to let him walk. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. So, anyways, I'm going to end this particular, I'm just ending this stream. I'm going to go on my regular channel because I need to talk to Jamie. I want to see if Jamie pops on, the coin guy, because I sent him the email. I just got to go to the bathroom. That's why I'm ending this stream. So, I mean, I could just have y'all sit here for 5 or 10 minutes with staring at the wall, but I don't really want to. I did that one time with somebody, but I really don't want to do that. So, yeah, just check on the Field Guy 3116 account in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'll pop on there for a bit. But I got to go hit the bathroom. That's why I got to end this one. So, So, yeah, check that in about 5 or 10 minutes. So, I'm going to end this stream. So, who dat? Go Saints. Who dat?